Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to continue talking about start-stop exercises with the kettlebell. We are going to do a two-hand start-stop swing. The start-stop swing is always interesting because what it does is we start and stop the kettlebell on each rep. That means that we're practicing the pick up and the set down over and over and over again. Picking a kettlebell up with good technique is an excellent strategy for not getting hurt. It is also a very, very excellent strategy to set the kettlebell down with good technique. People get hurt setting the kettlebell down all the time. They think that they're done and they go to put it down and they do something weird and they tweak their body. Everybody gets hurt on the last rep. I've never seen anybody get hurt on the middle rep of a set. It's always the last rep. Let's solve that problem. We are going to point our feet straight ahead. That allows us to transition into other types of movements when we evolve this movement later on. We're going to judo chop the hips, sit back in the hips as far as we can. Get our kettlebell to the right position, reach out with two hands. We're going to grab primarily with our first two fingers and our index fingers. Because two hands are on the kettlebell, these outside fingers might not be doing a lot of work. That's fine. This is the center of your grip. 2 feet pointed straight ahead, grab. You can see my pinkies are sticking out to the side there. They're not doing anything. That's fine. I've got the rest of my hand. We are going to hike the weight back, swing up, hike the weight back, set it down. Hike back, stand up, hike back, set it down. Hike back, stand up, hike back, set it down. You will notice there's two different heights in the hip position on this exercise, which is the point. We have to get down really low to get to our starting position, which is good. The more range of motion we have and the stronger we are throughout the more range of motion, the better athlete we can be. From here, we hike back, we stand up. This part is a high hip position. This is our normal hip swing position. That's fine. When we set it back down, we are going to sit down even lower. Two different hip heights for two different parts of the movement. Let's demonstrate it from the other side. 45 degrees on. Point our feet straight ahead. Judo chop the hips. Sit down. Grab using the most important fingers and our thumb. Pinkies are flying out. Fire the lats by driving the shoulders down away from the ears. If your lats are on, you're doing it right. Hike back, stand up, push it back, set it down. Hike back, stand up, hike back, set it down. Hike back, stand up, hike back, set it down. For this exercise, we're going to lift our arms up about to parallel to the ground or below. That is fine. If the weight is really heavy, you're probably going to be down here. What we want to avoid is getting up here. You can do that if you can maintain your core contraction. Most people get to here and they lose their core contraction and they start arching their back and they hurt their back. You can only go up above if you can do it while driving your rib cage down and continuing to keep your abs on, solid, breathing behind the shield. At the top of the movement as well, we would like to pull our kneecaps up, squeeze our glutes, roll our hips underneath to pull our lower abs in. Lower abs in, rib cage down, abs are on the whole time. We are firing and flexing all the muscles in the body, including our lat, by driving our shoulder down in order to create as much tension as possible. When you become an advanced kettlebeller, you might not have to do that anymore. There's a lot of other techniques that you would do because as you become a more advanced athlete, the goal is to become efficient and only use the muscles that you have to use at the appropriate time. Appropriate force for the appropriate response. This is very much a hard style activity where we are trying to create as much tension as possible. We use this exercise a lot when people are newer to training, or when they've been away from training for a long time, or when they go up to a really heavy weight in training. If you go up to a really heavy weight in training, the goal is to fire every muscle to create strength universally throughout the whole body. Take this exercise, plug it in. You can do it as strength training, 3 to 5 reps, all the way up to 20 reps, because each rep takes a small period of time, and then you can add sets of volume. Or our classic 10 minutes of swing nerd math. Each one will work for this plan. Eventually, when you get more advanced, you can do this as time under tension, but this gets really hard to do for, say, 4 to 10 minutes by itself. This is the two-handed version. The two-handed version we usually use as teaching instruction for much, much heavier weights that you cannot hold on to with just one hand. If you can hold on to it with one hand, then it's not really heavy right now. Because we are limited in the amount of weights that we have right now during COVID, you can either get heavier weights or add complexity. This is just another way to add complexity to weights you already have and help build your foundation better and better and better so that when you can get heavier weights, you can do it without getting killed.